I thought I'd share a full day of food with you today. We are going on a little adventure. We're gonna go to the beach. So I'm going to prep dinner, make breakfast, and also pack lunches. Today, the menu is French toast using leftover bread. So like hamburger buns, hot dog buns, the ends of our wheat bread. And then I'm just making sausage in the microwave. I also am making another batch of sourdough bread, and then I'm making sandwiches for lunch, and we're gonna do meatball subs for dinner. So I'm just prepping the meatballs now, and then I'll make the meatball subs later when we get back. I'm starting my full day of food with making some meatballs that I will turn into meatball subs tonight for dinner. I have a pound of ground beef here that I pulled from the freezer and defrosted. Just adding a little bit of milk, any variety will work. And then some breadcrumbs, garlic powder, parsley, salt. I like to add a good amount of salt because that really enhances the flavor, and also some fresh cracked black pepper. Then you just really got to get your hands in there and mix it up really good. It takes a good 2 to 3 minutes to mix it together, and then I'm just rolling each one into golf ball sized meatballs. There they are, all done. I heated up some oil on high and cook the meatballs about 1 minute on each side. You're not trying to cook them all the way through. You just want them to be browned. While I was making the meatballs, I had my sourdough sandwich bread cooking in the oven. I like to do 2 loaves at a time and keep one in the freezer. While the bread's still hot, I take a stick of butter and I just rub it over the top of the bread. It makes it just a little bit more delicious. Now we're making the marinara sauce that's going to go over the meatballs. I use 1 can of diced tomatoes, usually tomato sauce, but I only had diced tomatoes today. So that's what I use, with 2 cans of tomato paste and a whole bunch of seasonings. I like to add a little bit of granulated sugar to my sauce as well, but that's personal preference. Then you just give it a really good mix and pour it over the meatballs. I like to spread it out so that they're all coated in the sauce. Now I'm just adding some foil and I'm going to pop it in the fridge until later. Next up is French toast. I am using up all the things today. I'm using up the last of my eggs here. I'm going to add a little bit extra milk because I don't have as many eggs as I would normally like. I like adding a little bit of sugar and cinnamon to my French toast mixture. Mix it up real good. And here's my hodgepodge bread. I have hot dog buns, the ends of my wheat bread because I don't want to throw them away, and then a whole bunch of hamburger buns. And we're just going to cook it all. And we're going to use stuff up today and make it into French toast. And let me tell you, my kids are going to eat all of this. They don't even care. They're excited to have French toast. While that's cooking, I'm going to just throw some breakfast sausage into the microwave. You can see here I totally ripped my bag open, so it's going to have to go into a freezer bag, but whatever. And while my French toast and sausage is cooking, I'm packing lunches. I made these sandwiches earlier and forgot to film them. We have PB&N, which is peanut butter and Nutella, and then some meat sandwiches, and of course a Diet Coke for me to have while we're at the beach. I'm throwing in the last of our baby carrots and some ranch dressing, and I'm going to stop at Costco on the way for some chips and fruit. I'm quickly feeding these kids, and we're heading to the beach. Okay, we're home from the beach. I just pulled the meatballs out. I'm gonna toast some ciabatta and make our subs. And then I gotta get kids to activities. I got one back here going to gymnastics, one going to dance, and then I have a meeting. Here is my store-bought ciabatta. I can't remember if I got it from Sam's Club or Walmart. It was pre-sliced, but it would not pull apart, so I had to get the knife in there. I'm just sticking that in the oven, toasting it real quick, and then I'm going to build my sandwiches. I've got sliced provolone here. I'm going to just stick it on top of the hot meatballs. Sometimes I would put it back in the oven to melt the provolone, but we are in a hurry, so it'll just have to melt in the hot bread and meatballs and we'll be just fine. I'm serving it with just some sliced apples because they needed to be used up.